How's my hair? Like, huh? I went like all out today. Hey guys, I didn't realize I was doing it, but I kind of went on a mission. I've been looking for a good foundation for maturing skin, not necessarily matured. It's not matured. I have a long ways to go before I'm mature. But I am having some signs of aging. I'm having lines show up in here. I'm getting more sagging down in here. I'm noticing forehead lines. While this is happening, the foundations that I've always used in the past I just don't like them as much anymore. They're starting to settle into some of these lines, and it's some of the more dewy or luminous type foundations, all they're doing is highlighting some of my issues. So I will be researching and finding as many foundations as I can that work on maturing and mature skin, and then I'll just report back here for each one of them. Some of them will be high-end, some of them will be drugstore. I'm just gonna go through as many of them as I can find. Even if I find my perfect one, I will still sort of keep this mission going, because what might look good on me might not necessarily look good on you, and if it doesn't look good on me, that doesn't mean it won't look good on you. So I can tell you some of the qualities of that particular foundation that I found that I really liked, and the qualities that I found that I didn't like so much, and then I will sort of let you decide, and then you can try these out for yourself. If you have already tried any of these foundations, or if you have tried any that I have not gotten to yet, please make sure that you leave your comments, opinions, brands, types, leave all that stuff down below for me so that I can check those out as well and see what you had to say, so that I can go and look for those too, because I really want to make this an all-inclusive sort of series for maturing and mature women that are kind of running into the same thing that I am, as far as foundations that I just loved in my 20s, early 30s, and I'm just not liking anymore. So depressing. I'm able to use like less and less and less. My cat is flipping out. Today, this first impressions is gonna be on this CoverGirl Ageless. It's CoverGirl in collaboration with Olay, and they came together and made this Simply Ageless 3-in-1 liquid foundation. I have the color 210 Classic Ivory. I'm not sure, this might be a little bit too dark for me. I really needed the 205, but they didn't have it. I ordered this on Amazon, but CoverGirl is drugstore, so you can get it in Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, pretty much anywhere that you can find CoverGirl. This says that it instantly reduces the appearance of wrinkles, improves tone, and delivers firming moisture. The moisture is important for me because I have incredibly dry skin. The problem with that is that it is the moisture in your skin that plumps it out and helps hide fine lines, wrinkles, deep lines, whatever. The more moisture in your skin, the less aging and maturing that you're going to see. So when it's delivering this firming moisture, it's just plumping your skin up and helping reduce the appearance of the fine lines and wrinkles, which is good. If you're starting to see these fine lines and wrinkles, try increasing your fluid intake and you should start seeing a difference, especially if you're sort of hitting that 8 to 10 glasses of water, or if you're like me and you really do not like water. Crystal Light works really well too. So that's pretty much the only way I get it in other than my IV. But if you're interested in my first impression on CoverGirl Oil of Olay's Simply Ageless 3-in-1 foundation, let's get started. Okay, now before I put on my foundation or start my makeup at all, I would suggest to you that you wash your face. You do not want to go more than 20 minutes between washing and moisturizing and applying your makeup. You're gonna get the best application if you don't surpass that 20-minute mark. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there for a quick tip. I always start off my foundation routine with primer. So today I'm going to be using Stila's One Step Color Correcting Primer. I really like this one. It's got the different colors to hide the different color correcting issues that you may have on your face. Make sure that your hands are clean when you're applying your primer, otherwise you'll be putting germs and bacteria into the pores in your skin, since primer is designed to go into your pores and it can cause breakouts and other kind of issues. So make sure that your hands are clean before going in with primer. Now I'll be applying my foundation. I used to use brushes. I have here the Morphe M439. This is a great foundation brush. It's nice and dense, so it really buffs your foundation in. I used that one. I really like that one. I have the Sigma F80 flat top Kabuki brush. This one's also another really great one for really buffing the foundation in. But what I'm noticing is that it's buffing the foundation in too much when I really just want it to sit on top. What I'm noticing is my absolute best application for me right now is a damp, I guess, beauty sponge. This one here is from Real Techniques. There's a bunch of brands that came out. I know Morphe has one or two, or however many. Real Techniques has them. Obviously Beauty Blender has them. So you can pretty much get it anywhere. I run this under the faucet and I just squeeze it and let it expand and pull the water in, and then squeeze it out and pull the water in until it's nice and super fluffy and fat and nice and moist. It holds that moisture in, so when you're applying your foundation, it's adding just that little bit of extra moisture to it. And I just find that with my aging skin, this gives the most flawless application of any of the different types of application items, fingers, brushes, sponges. Right now I'm absolutely loving the sponge. It is my favorite application technique today, anyway. This stuff smells so amazing. Like, I know a lot of people can be, they just really don't like scents in their foundation. This one is pretty strong, so if you don't like scents, you're probably not gonna like this, especially at first. I'm just dabbing this in. I'm not going to pull, I'm just dabbing all over my face. It seems to be a pretty, it's like medium coverage. so far it doesn't seem to be settling. I'm not sure if I can build it up. Let's see if I can build it up a little bit. So it seems to me like it is going to be a medium to just barely full. I wouldn't call it full coverage because it didn't cover everything, but I do like it. I'm not sure when I set it down, maybe some of this shine will go away, and then I think it might look a little bit better. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to keep going with my foundation routine and we'll kind of see how this goes. It's 7:23 in the morning and I am gonna go and get dressed now and do my crazy hair. And I will check back in a couple of hours and let you know how this foundation is wearing, how it's doing, and some of my opinions, pros, cons so far of it. And then I'll check in a couple hours later, and then a couple hours later, and then I'll, before I wash my face tonight to go to bed, I'll sit down and I'll give you my overall impression of this foundation and how well it did for my skin. So I will see you guys after church. It's 1:12 in the afternoon. I just got home from church and I have some thoughts. I don't think that a lot of the things that I'm seeing in the mirror are actually showing up on camera. So I'm just gonna walk you through it. Okay, it has oxidized a lot. I did know going into it that it was probably gonna be at least one shade too dark. I really wanted to get 205, but they only had 210. That was the lowest color that they had on Amazon. So that was the color that I ended up going with. So I did kind of know that it was gonna be a little bit too dark for me. So I was expecting that. It did oxidize quite a bit from this morning. There is a pretty big difference in my actual skin tone, and I'll show you that in just a second. I was going to come back again in another couple of hours to give you more feedback so that you kind of know about how long this foundation was gonna last. And I'm not gonna do that now because it's done. I mean, it's ready to come off. It's ready to come off. So I'm gonna zoom in and see if I can show you some of the problems that we're having. As you can see though, before I zoom you in, all right, if you are going to be doing your makeup to go and get family photos, you're gonna get dressed, do your makeup, you're gonna take your family, go have your photos done, and then come back home, I would say this foundation is bomb. This foundation is so great in photos. I've been testing it out today and it blurs imperfections. You don't see pores. It is a beautiful foundation. It made it look like I had a filter turned on my phone that I didn't. This foundation is very beautiful when you're taking photos. Very beautiful. There is no flashback because there's no SPF. So now I'm gonna zoom you in and see if I can pick up some of this other stuff. On my forehead, down my nose, in this area here, it has gotten very, very cakey. I've not added any powder. I've not done anything to this. The foundation has just been getting cakier and cakier. It's been settling in all of my lines. My smile lines really came out. It started caking in here and in here, in my forehead. It's settled in the lines across my forehead. My face looks, it's almost like every single line and pore is just overly accentuated. and it has just highlighted. It is crazy. I've never seen my skin look this old before. Now again, that's me. Now what is so weird to me is that this is something that I would expect to see on an oily client, not a dry one. So I would definitely say this is probably not the foundation for someone with oily skin. If it's caking up like this on someone with dry skin, I cannot even imagine what it's going to do on somebody with oily skin. So I would say no for this foundation. Unless you, like I said, are gonna be going out and getting a photo and you're not gonna actually be in public a few hours later. So you're just gonna go out, you're gonna get your photos done, and then you're gonna go home so that you can wash your face. I would suggest starting with a lighter shade than what you think you need, because it will oxidize on you. Start a bit lighter and then go get your photos done and then go home and wash your face so that it doesn't start caking up like crazy. It got to the point where when my family and I were leaving church today, my daughter, my husband and I were talking about going and getting Taco Bell for lunch, and my daughter said, no offense, but I think you just need to go home and wash your face because it is looking like crap. She said, but I did say no offense. Well, that makes it better. That is my first impression of the CoverGirl and Oil of Olay's Simply Ageless 3-in-1 liquid foundation. So hopefully you got something out of it. If you tried this and you had a different outcome than I did, please leave your thoughts down below if you had the same outcome. I would love to hear it. If you've tried this foundation, I'd love to hear what you thought and your experiences with it. Even if it's the same thing as mine, makes me feel a little bit less crazy, alone, whatever. It's nice to know that there are other people that tried it as well. So let me know what you thought if you tried it. Let me know what you thought of this first impression. If you have any thoughts, things that you would like to see me do a first impression on, definitely let me know, and I will try to get on that. Hopefully you got something out of this video. I don't know, maybe I saved you a little bit of time, a little bit of money. Again, maybe look into it. It's a pretty inexpensive foundation. If you're having photos done, I definitely think it's a beautiful foundation for photos only. And then go home and wash your face. Don't go out in public because you might look like crap. But no offense. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I love you. Bye.